open item tables, modify the item ID field to ensure values are required. Obviously, in the items ID field, if I open this up, the item ID is required. This means it's a primary key. Okay? The question says modify the item ID, modified in such a way that items are required. Obviously, primary key is required. You know that. You cannot leave a primary key empty. The other way will be that we type a validation rule which will say is not null. Is not null. That will also make it required, obviously. Yes, obviously. So did you get the point? The other option was is not null in the validation rule. Hassan? Fine. Okay, next. Modify the customer ID field to ensure values are restricted to a lookup list. Now, this question basically was already done from my side. All you need to do is this. The customer ID should come in from a drop-down list. Now look at the question again. Modify the customer ID to ensure the values are restricted to a lookup list. Which lookup list? Lookup list matlab customer ID key. Now you have to look up customer ID from the customer table, and this is what you will do. Okay? It's not relationship. It's not relationship. Okay. Okay. No. Now what I'll do is, okay. So what I'll do is, I'll just remove this. Okay. Because I want to explain you from the scratch. An issue? No. Okay. What I'll do is, customer ID, lookup. But before I look up, I have to do something, and that will be exactly. I need to finish the relationships, and then I can probably proceed further. So look up from where? Obviously, because I want to look up from a file. Na? Okay. So I want to look up from customer, and I want the customer ID to be fetched into my customer ID from other field. Yes or no? Because this customer ID is the primary key, and it can be used over there as well. बेटा इस फील्ड में ना customer ID of this items, इसकी customer ID is being fetched from customer ID. Yes or no? Because customer ID will have all the customer IDs because it's meant for the customers. Yes or no? Okay. It's one of the data type. It's not, sorry, I will repeat again, it's not one of the data type. It helps you to use a data type from some other table. Look up from some other table, and it has been defined over there. ठीक है ना? Okay. Next, customer transfer. Do you want it to be sending order? Yes, we can make it sending order. Next, and finish. Yes. Now, this is how I made it work. Customer ID is being looked up. Fine? Okay. Can we go to the next part? Yeah. Apply a setting to the status field to ensure all characters entered will be displayed in uppercase. So status should be in items, the status should be in uppercase. It's already there. How did I do it? I will let you know. Gee, I did it. You come to status, and this is how you do it. Format greater than. In the format, you will type greater than. Greater than means, huh? Yeah, less than lowercase key. I'll give you proof of this in queries. Even in queries, अगर आप लिखते हो ना, less than m and greater than o, you'll get all the values between m and o. Try it for yourself in Access. Okay? It will work. Okay. Yeah. Can I continue? Okay. Beta, what I've done is that the status should be greater than का मतलब होता है format will be changed into uppercase. Question was apply setting to status field to ensure all characters entered will be displayed in uppercase. You know what uppercase and lowercase is? Uppercase is capital, lowercase is small. Okay? Right. Next part, 3. In the items table, create a lookup for the status field that will allow a selection from the values available and sold except all other default values. मतलब ये कह रहा है कि status जो है ना, this should have this. ये भी मैंने किया हुआ है. ये भी lookup से करेंगे? No, ये lookup से नहीं करेंगे. Because available and sold is not present anywhere else. This is why I gave you, because this was a different example. ये lookup से नहीं होगा. Lookup तब होगा when you have to look up from some other table. And data is present in some other table. Present, now for this case we don't have it. This needs to be user defined. And in order to make it user defined, what you will do is you will come to status. Okay, this is what you will have. Initially, default values ये होंगी आपकी. You will have a text box, fine, right? So what you'll do is you will change this into a combo box. You will change this into a value list, and over here you will write is available colon sold. Yes or no? So, huh? Combo box is a drop down menu that you get. उसको combo box कहते हैं. Drop down menu in programming is known as a combo box. Yeah. Fine. Can I proceed further? And value list means I want to get a value list in a combo box, and that value list is user defined, and which contains is available colon sold colon this colon this colon this. You can keep on adding as much as you want to, but it is user defined. I'm sorry, semicolon. So here you go, and this is what you get. Yes or no? Fine. Excellent. Can I proceed further? No, look up कहिए और नहीं है कोई तरीका.
Accept all of the default settings.
हाँ?
Accept all of the default settings.
Yeah.
क्या मतलब?
उसमें बाकी सेटिंग को चेंज ना करना, just leave the rest. Don't change the.
Look up for the status field लेकिन किस चीज़ से?
हाँ?
Look up for the status field किस चीज़ से look up करें?
Look up for the status field that will look up. You come on status field, and it should look up. There should be drop down. It should look up for some values. Should provide a user with some values. Look up क्या मतलब होता है? It should provide the user with some values. Drop down किया, you don't have to enter. Look up कर ले, खुद ही look up करे and give you the value. You don't have to search yourself. Yes or no? Drop down menu में यही होता. It looks up from the backend database and tells you these are the options we have. Select one of them. Look up, right? Either look up from a database or either look up from a pre-existing list. I've explained you both. आगे चलें, Ariyabid? Okay. Create one-to-many relationship between sales table and items table. So, जी enforce भी कर देता हूँ. I'll come here. Sales table and items table. Let's see it again. Between sales table and items table. Okay, one-to-many relationship between sales table and items table. ठीक है? तो sales tables और item tables के दरमियान में I made this relationship. I will just do is I'll delete this so that I can show you how did I do this. Did this. ठीक है? So sales table, salesperson, one-to-many, and I will enforce referential integrity. Okay, and create. This is what I get. Fine, one-to-many. Can I proceed further now? Excellent. Okay. Point number 5. Open the listing query and usually I don't, but I have to. Okay. Point number 5. Open listing query. Modify the join type between table to show all customers. I did. All customers with or without an item purchased. Do you know? You change the join between these two tables. Okay. So open the listing query. And you change the join type between these two join properties in such a way that you are doing this. Include all records from customer. All customers. Yes or no? All the customers. Yes or no? One of the most important thing in applied ICT is that you have to be confident whatever you're doing. Examiner will try to confuse your time, but would recheck, are you sure you know it or not? Okay? Right? Okay. Open over 500 query. Okay. I've done it now. I've done it. Join between tables. Join. Change the join. Edit the join. So haven't I done that? जी बेटा उसलिए आया because I want all from here. This is what it says. Yes or no? Got the point? Okay. We will keep on discussing these points, so don't get confused. Okay, this will keep on coming up. It's not for the first time. Okay. So open the over 500 query. Open the over 500 query. Okay. And then do what? Modify its design so that it will create a table named expensive items if an item has a sale of 500 or more.
The runtime calculation.
Yeah, no, hold on. Please read the question again.
Runtime calculation.
You have to make a query, and when you apply any criteria in the query and you run it, it should create a new table. The query should be converted into a table. Query is a query. Query is not a table. Yes or no? Yes, the output of a query is displayed in a table format, but query is not a table. Fine. Did you get the question? Conceptually. So what we'll do is, I'm emphasizing again, please read it. All we need to do is over 500 and make table expensive items. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now you see, I don't see any expensive items over here. Okay? Expensive items. Do I see? I don't. Once I run this, Access says you're about to paste 7 records into table. Do you want to do it? I said yes, I want to do it. I do it, I get expensive tables. Even if I close this and if I open this, I get all the 7 items displayed over here.
Sir, हम runtime calculation सीखेंगे.
No, you did not get the point.
Calculation करना पड़ेगा.
Because we don't have to calculation. The point is create a table named this. Yes, it should make a new table. Yeah, I'm not talking about criteria. Table should be generated. Yes or no? Open the sum up query. Where am I? Here. Modified design to show the total quantity of item purchased for each customer ID. Yes. Basically what they're trying to say is, listen, if I run this query, I get the customer ID and the quantity. What they're saying is the customer ID should appear once and the total quantity should appear. Yes. So the best way will be, you come here, click on totals, you group by customer ID and you sum the, is it what they're saying? To sum or count? Sum, right? And you run this, you get the sum of all of them. Yes or no? Excellent. Shall I proceed further? Yes, I will. 8. Open the name change query. And do what? Modify the query so that it will update any records in the customer table by replacing the last name field with Larson with Lewis. Please. I'm not talking to you. Okay. What you have it over here is, you have is, where's Larson? Lewis, Anna. Lewis should be replaced with Larson. So what I'll do is, I'll click on update. Update to what? Update to Larson. From where? From Lewis. L-E-W-I-S. Oh, I'm sorry. L-E-W-I-S. Yes. So, very good way to replace existing table entries. Just a very small example could be do this. But you know what? Listen. Before you do this, I would recommend you to make a table. For example, if you make a table and if you name it as name changed, and if I run this, I have a name change, and I will know kitna change hua hai. So now I can even update and run as well. So if I run this, kaun sa tha ye? Name changed. Do I have it? Do I have Larson? Yes. Lewis? Yes, I do. Lewis is not there. But the only reason I did make a new table was so that I know that the following entries have been exported where. हाँ, इसलिए मैंने किया था कि so that I know what I'm doing. Did you get my point? Just to explain you. बोलो जी. बेटा criteria था ना, because you need to find out how many Lewis entries you have.
अच्छा Lewis.
Yes.
और फिर उसमें से वो replace कर दो.
Exactly. 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 Okay. Next what? I have resumed. Okay. Open this reserve versus sales price query. So where we have it, reserve versus sales price query. And what are we supposed to do? Add an expression named difference. This will calculate the reserve price subtracted from the sale price. So bilkul. And this will be known as difference. Runtime calculation, absolutely correct. Which will do what? It will calculate the reserve price subtracted from sale price. So,
Sale price minus reserve price.
sale, make sure that you use the same case being used over here. Minus
बड़ी easy आया यार आप.
the reserve price.
सही तो हो जाए तो उसका काम है.
Absolutely. Done? Right? Done. Excellent. Next part.
Bracket में क्यों आ गया?
Negative values.
हाँ?
Whenever you have negative values, they will appear in brackets.
खुद ही या फिर आप?
They will. And if you want to get rid of these brackets, this will happen. You will multiply it by -1 again. And you'll get rid of the brackets. Yes or no? I'll give you a reasoning for that is because yes and no. हाँ? सही दे रहा है. सही दे रहा है.
सही दे रहे यार.
No, हाँ. कर रहा है conversion. ठीक है? So negative में आ रहा था.
सर वो देखिए रिजर्व प्राइस 250 है और सेल प्राइस 200 है तो 450 में आ रहा है. ऐड कर 50 का तो नहीं है यूरो. सर ये क्या कर रहे हैं? पॉज कर दें वीडियो सर.
Currency को convert भी कर रहा है.
सर ये तो मैं कह रहा हूँ गलत कर रहा है.
Very good. It's very good.
सर गलत कर रहा है.
सर आपने वो into -1.
No, that didn't make any difference.
50 यूरो 500 रुपए तो नहीं होते.
अब सही है सर, अब सही है.
हाँ अब सही आ रहा है.
अच्छा इस केस में गलत आ रहा है मगर देखो बात सुनो.
आपने वो
This is negative ना?
नेगेटिव है बिल्कुल.
Negative है.
पॉजिटिव है.
नहीं but this is negative.
क्यों सर 500 -200
Sale price minus reserve है. Sale minus reserve है ना? It's negative. जो ब्रैकेट में सारी नेगेटिव है. Keep in mind.
सर अगर ब्रैकेट खत्म करना और यूरो ही करना हो तो कैसे करेंगे?
For properties, format,
ऊपर
euro,
नहीं 200 नहीं.
euro आ गया, and it should have worked वैसे multiplied by -1.
अब देखना फिर हिला है. देखिए 450 फिर आ गया.
तो प्लस कर देता है.
जी सर ये रहने दे कोई बात नहीं ब्रैकेट.
Doesn't matter. Okay, fine. Next part. Point number 10. Open the price range query. Again price range query. Okay. Add a criteria under the reserve price field will prompt to enter the reserve price.
अच्छा प्रॉम्प्ट सही है. तो समझ नहीं आया. अच्छा.
Yes or no? Right? Then add a criteria under sale price field which will prompt enter maximum sale price. Now listen. The query will then show all records equal to the reserve price entered and below the sale price entered. So what does it mean?
तो वो क्राइटेरिया डाल दीजिए. इक्वल टू.
Yes? Right? Less than. You get saying so. And below the sale price entered. Whatever you enter, उससे below show कराए. And whatever you enter in the reserve, उसके equal show कराए. So fine. So now this is point C. Check that 2 records are returned when the query is run looking for all items with reserve price of 100 and maximum of 100. If I enter 100 and 100, it should give me 2 records. Let's check. Yes or no? जी. Absolutely correct. Absolutely not. Right? Okay, shall I proceed further? Resume. Done with this part? Yes. Next. Point number 11. Enter an create an unmatched query named no purchase that will display the customer ID, first name, last name fields of any records in the customer tables that do not have a matching record in the items table. Please read again. Arham. Okay, where did we stop? 11. Can you read 11 point again? Can you read 11 point again?
Name no purchase. That will display the customer ID, first name and last name fields of any records in the customer table. I do not have a matching record. अच्छा ठीक है सर.
ठीक है? Okay. So what we need to do is we have to make a unmatched, and what we need to do is we need to compare what?
The concept
No name no purchase that will display customer ID, first name, last name fields of any records in customer tables that do not have any in the item table. So compare the customer tables with the items tables, and you need to compare what is
customer ID first name.
customers. So customer ID with customer ID, yes, and you need to add is these, and you name it as what? No purchase.
Next नहीं आ रहा.
Only one person has no purchase. बिल्कुल सही. Fine.
So इसको check कैसे करेंगे कि legal होंगे?
You have to be confident and you should know it. There is no way.
And यानी कि अकल का इस्तेमाल करें.
Exactly. Open the review commission query. I have to speed up, yeah. Please, we have to finish it. Review commission query.
बाकी बाद में करना.
नहीं. Modify the query to show only the 3 lowest values of commission. 3 lowest values of commission. Okay. Come here. 3. Run. And 3 lowest values of commission.
तो ये कैसे किया?
Yes or no? I'll repeat again.
किया था तो 8.9 से
सर
लास्ट
रिटर्न में
आई
3 लिखा है इसका मतलब
हाँ?
15 वाली नहीं आ रही थी.
सर अगर 3
अच्छा मुझे इसका याद है जब हमने किया था ना तो ये 8.9 was the last value.
Probably मैंने record temper किए हुए हैं. तब से temper कर रहा हूँ.
Sir,
That's
मेरी
why.
बात सुनिए.
But that is the way, okay?
सर
3.
maximum 3 values
यार maximum के लिए obviously आप उसको ascending कर दो.
सर अगर हमने 3 किया है वो कैसे पता
मगर वो 3 शो करा रहा है सिर्फ.
सर
बेचारे की बात सुनिए.
हाँ.
सर जो हमने रिटर्न में 3 लिखा है वो कैसे पता चलेगा लोवेस्ट या मैक्सिमम है?
Sorry.
इस टेबल में काफी रिकॉर्ड्स हैं और
हाँ.
हमने इस रिटर्न में 3 लिखा है तो कैसे पता है कि 3 लोवेस्ट है या मैक्सिमम?
Can you look at this? What does it say?
अच्छा वो वही शो करेगा जो
जी.
टॉप किया था.
जी. This is what it does. Okay. Okay. Can we continue? Okay. Where were we? Okay. 13. Open the commission form. Insert a new control below. Forms. We haven't done this, so
सर छोड़ दें बस.
you can leave the rest.
ओके सर हाफिज.
No. I leave 13
अभी नीचे जाए.
for 15.
फुल नीचे जाए.
We'll do 15th.
सर और नीचे जाए जरा.
हाँ.
अच्छा नहीं सही है इस बार सही है. आपने पहले जो हमें दी थी ना उसमें क्या था 1 to 8
हाँ.
9 10 आखिरी पेज पे थे और 15 to 17 बीच वाले पेज पे.
Oh.
यार बड़ी जल्दी आएगा आप.
Okay. Let's do 15. Open the sales report.
इस बंदे की अटेंडेंस नहीं लगानी.
Open the sales report. The only reason I'm skipping that point is because we haven't discussed it. We will discuss it afterwards. And do what? Modify the unbound name control so that it will concatenate the first name and the last name field with a space between. So, first name should be concatenated with the last name.
सर ये तो आसान है.
Yeah, everything is easy for you.
सर इसको स्पेस कैसे मिला है?
Just hold on.
बीच में.
Here you go. You get the name both. Fine.
Yes sir.
Proceed further. Yes, we do. Delete the first name and the last name controls. So what I'll do is I need to delete is the first name and the last name controls so that I get this. Fine. Okay. Next, save and close the report. So I'll save it and I'll close the report. Next part. Open the item totals report. Please, I have to speed up because I. Okay. Modify the total price control in the report footer so that it will calculate the total sale price for all records. Okay, the total sale price of all records. So all I need to do is the total of the sale price. So I get it over here. Fine. Yes or no? Next. Format the total sale price control to display in euro. So euro में है, fine. Use the caption total sales for the total sales label. Ensure the caption is clearly visible. All I need to do is total sales. ये caption है. ये caption है. ये. Just bring it bit down. Okay. Just bring it bit down. Fine? Looking pretty good, है ना? Okay. 17. It looks good. कि आप में designing skills हैं. Modify the report settings to ensure the records are grouped. जल्दी जल्दी यार. Modify the report settings to ensure that the records are grouped by salesperson ID in ascending order with group header section. So what we need to do is, did you get the question? We need to group by the salesperson ID. Modify the report setting to ensure records are grouped by. Okay, over here we need to do it over here. So you come into design view, click here. You will do is group on. Group on करके you take it up. Now you view it. Excellent. No, that was if you have to create from the scratch. ये था you have to modify it. Don't you see? My pattern is changing now. I did not ask you to create from the scratch. No. Read the question carefully. वो मैंने कराया हुआ बिल्कुल. Okay. Move the sales ID to control हो गया. Open the customer purchase report. Force automatic page breaks. Okay. Which? Customers purchase. And do what? Force automatic page break to ensure each customer ID will print on a separate page. So what you do is you click here, go to page properties, and over here you will have is force new page from after selection. Now, this one, report footer. हर report footer के बाद there should be a new customer ID coming in, and you will see is शुरू से एक new customer ID ही आ रहा है. Fine? इसकी logic है there should be no widows and orphans. The logic is there should be no widows and orphans. Yes or no? Okay. Open the customer purchase report. Force of हो गया. Point 19. Last one. Or import the contact spreadsheet from your candidate drive sheet into auction database into a new table named this. Use the first row as the field names. Blah blah blah. Done. We're done. Because the last part we are not doing. Okay. 2 o'clock.